Well, welcome in. Sam Fandango on the call for the quarterfinals of the 2025 Dubai Desert Classic. And it's the first of our quarterfinals, as you can see at the top of the bracket there. It is perhaps the overwhelming favourites for this tournament. The Deacon Macaulay, Classy, Brendan, Dassey. They went 3 for 3 perfect in their groups. And they're going to look to continue their dominance, which has been ever present on the tag team division for the past number of years even. But they're going to take on a team that's been very successful in this tournament. However, despite their success, the Pintmen, Babe Station Neil and Amore, they have never won this competition. So this is a great way to kick off the quarterfinals, a hotly contested matchup. And I say we waste little time in getting into it. Well, we may be in Dubai, it may be the height of summer and it may be the hottest tag team tournament of the summer, but an eerie chill has descended on the Dubai Desert Classic.
It is a tag team championship first round match on the way to the ring at a combined weight of 786 pounds. The LBN Tag Team Champions, Hardcore Mick and Cassie, Brendan Cassie, Man of Virtue.
Yes, the team that nearly every other team on the LBN side of the TDTW has had no answer for. The team that all the other competitors in this year's iteration of the Dubai Desert Classic have not had an answer for. This Deacon Macaulay, Classy, Brendan, Dassey, the men of virtue. Sinister presence that is ever present on broadcast, for better or for worse. Looking nigh unstoppable. God, I hate this part. Oh, Lord. It brings me great pleasure to bring this tournament to you every year, but brings me no pleasure having to witness that every time. And I hear something that will cheer me up.
And their opponents at a combined weight of 456 pounds. And Amir and Babe Station Neil, the Pintmen.
Well, two individuals that could not be any more different than the men of virtue. I'm sure somewhere in the back, wee Mark is watching, seething with his believers, his acolytes, have to even share the ring with two pint-loving, two fun-loving gentlemen like Babe Station Neil and Enda Amore. And oh, steady on, Neil. I'm not sure what sort of pints they have here in Saudi Arabia, but both these gentlemen definitely have been partaking in them. Very carefree, hopefully unfazed by the challenge ahead of them. I'm sure they were not able to consume their regular pints, but I'm sure these lads enjoy some pints of milk. And their bones, as such, will be extra strong. And it's going to be Babe Station Neil, your host of the 1 minute preview. And he brings in Enda Amori for some early on tag team action. Double back body drop. Despite this team being as fun-loving as they are, they know how to go in the ring. And they know that they have to bring the fight early on. And of course, you will notice that since we are in the knockout stages, there is no timer. These matches will have a definitive winner. And in the interest of getting ourselves a definitive winner, there are no countouts in effect. As we will see in full effect here, Neil. Thrust kick to the Deacon. And as instructed, our licensed official for this match, not applying a count. So there'll be no shortcuts here. No cheap ways to victory. Just the purest display of tag team action will assure you a place in the semis. And that double back body drop, and Enda follows it up with a standing shooting star, the Deacon. Looked like he was in La La Land for a moment there. Quickly able to recover. And get out at 1-0. What's Enda looking for here? Oh my goodness. A form of a cradle DDT there. And this is shocking me. A team as dominant as the men of Virtue are being severely outclassed in the early goings. Neil with the assist. Onto the version of the senton from Enda. This is some absolutely excellent tag team action. Big leg drop. And Neil's not done. In fact, he's going to even have time to dance a little before delivering a second straight leg drop. Pintmen just absolutely firing on all cylinders. Might have caught the Deacon by surprise there. And look at that. Usually when the men of Virtue find an opening, they'll capitalize on any little mistake. But there was nobody home there. And Neil continuing to mount more offense. Right hand a little bit errant. That drop kick wasn't though. Before the Deacon can roll anywhere near classy Brendan Dassey, Neil followed up on him. Oh, but there we are. Club and blow to the side of the head. Not the cleanest connection that the Deacon would have liked. So instead he's going to lay in some strikes. And at the first opportunity, brings in the Acolyte. I think we're about to see a real sudden shift in this matchup. It's a 500-odd pound belly to belly. I don't think Babe Station Neil is having much fun anymore. And look at that, just plucks him from the ground and drives him down with a power slam. The great resilience of Neil though allows him to kick out at 1. But all that does is prolong this matchup a little bit more. Cheap shot from the Deacon. Wasn't finding much success against Neil. And he was the legal competitor, so he'll get his licks in one way or another. He's thankfully able to escape the grasp of classy Brendan Dassey there. He was just clawing at the face. But oh dear, I don't know if that's advisable. Neil trying to scoop the big man up. Instead, he's going to show you how it's done. But Neil out the back. And that's how it's done there. Chop block. The big man down. And that's exactly what that tornado DDT does. Now look at us peppering him with jabs. Look at Neil still having fun here. Able to have fun and apply a little bit of punishment. Just as he thought things were looking their way again, the leg is caught, a massive lariat is delivered. And he's right back into the wrong part of town. Listen to the boos for classy Brendan Dassey. He's lining him up for something. Just crushing him. Oh goodness, we've seen this before. He's going to look to just plant him face first into the mat. He's not finished. Teeing off on him, tag made. Oh, they're going for it very early. They're going for it very early. Oh my God. Enda's got to come in. This one could be over quickly, yes. Enda realizing the danger there, how to make the save. That is the go-to maneuver. As long-time fans of the TDTW will know of the Men of Virtue. And look at the Deacon. Just incensed. And if Neil is not able to make a tag as there's an exploder into the corner. If he finds himself in the wrong end. With another one of the Men of Virtue's maneuvers. Thankfully they're able to just have almost a leap of faith with the arm outstretched and bring in Enda Amore. And now the Deacon's down and Enda's going up top. A tribute to the Macho Man, perhaps. No, a splash or a headbutt even. That came down very hard on the Deacon. Classy Brendan Dassey wasn't going to make it. Took the long way around. Thankfully the Deacon, or thankfully for the Men of Virtue I should say, the Deacon was able to kick out. And here come the strikes of the Poet Laurier. And oh, look at that athleticism. That momentary distraction allowed classy Brendan Dassey in, but that's not going to worry Enda too much. European uppercut to the back of the head. Dassey hit two buckles on the way down, but again a question of strategy of the Pintmen perhaps. Those pints of milk giving them perhaps a few delusions of grandeur of their own strength. Not going to be able to pick the big man up, but oh, that's how you do it, a little bop and bang. These strikes are finding a home. And before Dassey can even use the turnbuckles to help himself up, Enda Amore is right there continuing the onslaught. And hey, if these strikes are working, may as well keep moving with them. And a DDT. Dassey looks to be in a lot of trouble here. Enda's been absolutely on fire in this match now, though. Choosing a plan of attack. And he's going to opt for maybe a double team maneuver. Dassey's seen the left hand of Neil come flying at him. And now while Enda is extremely excited, he doesn't seem to see the big man crawling. You've got to pay attention to your opponents, Enda. You've got to stop playing for the crowd. Or perhaps not. Rolling capoeira style kick is what meets the Deacon upon his entrance to the ring. Dassey is down. The Deacon's in the corner, and oh, might have been looking for something big there instead. The Deacon with a penance plex for your sins. Enda Amore. Enda kicks out. Tag team wrestling is the shout. There's a Fujiwara armbar from the Deacon, but look at the technical skills of Enda Amore to get out of that. And here we go, more strikes. That's what's causing the Men of Virtue trouble. Enda ascends to the top rope. This time it's going to be that Macho Man style elbow. And he hit it absolutely perfectly. Deacon in trouble. Double super kicks. And the Pintmen are going to fly Neil in one corner, Enda in the other. Double money shot. Incoming double money shot connects. The Pintmen have got it. The Pintmen had it. Brendan Dassey in for the save. Neil now just dragging the body of the Deacon to his knees. Sends him back down with a drop kick. And now look at the Deacon. Just overhand slaps and a bicycle style knee strike. Just when you think you have these men defeated, something otherworldly gets them back to their feet. Now what the hell is this? Back suplex from the Deacon. Look at the big man fly. Tope con hilo. And the 500-pound classy Brendan Dassey. Neil's in trouble here. Neil, I thought he was out, but just a 2. I think Brendan Dassey thought he was out too. Back in comes the Deacon. I've seen the Deacon be really adept being the finisher of the two. Dassey does the damage. The Deacon comes in for the final blow. And Amore needs to break up the shoutout. But look at that strength. That is frightening to behold. Tag made to Dassey, and he's in a world of trouble. Dassey into the pin. Hey, referee! Referee, an illegal pin. And the referee sees it. Good call from our official there. But all Neil sees is that massive boot right into his face. And I'm afraid this could very well be the end. Power bomb, reverse RKO. And Neil, using that wealth of experience to escape to the apron where he cannot be pinned, and using the ropes to prop himself up. Look at the damage he's absorbed, very visible on his body. But while he's sitting there trying to just perhaps catch his breath, Dassey says, all right, I'm going to remove the option of you tagging out by taking down Enda Amore. Collapsed in a heap before us. And this could be a power slam incoming. It was going to be a power slam incoming. Neil slips out the back, but again, no one to tag for him. He's going to have to fend for himself for a moment. And he's going to do so with a tornado DDT. Into the cover here. I don't think that's going to be enough. No, it's not even enough for a 2, but it does buy him enough time to get Enda Amore back on the apron. But just too much damage absorbed by Neil. Just didn't have the cardio left in him to get over to Enda for the tag. Men of Virtue are smelling blood in the water. Deacon McCauley sends him into the corner. Turns him around. He's going to start adding a few more welts to the back of Neil. And here we go. Surely not. The big man can't get up for that style of dropkick. He can. I think that is the death knell for the Pintmen in this tournament. Enda looks on helplessly. Men of Virtue continue to steamroll the competition.
Here are your winners. Hardcore Nick Holly.
Who will stop these men? Can anyone stop these men? Join me for more quarterfinal action to see who the unfortunate task lands to. Until now, semi-finalists. Well, commiserations to the Pintmen. That was a hell of a match. They put up a lot of a fight, but it's just a scary prospect of the Men of Virtue, whether it be in tournament competition or on the weekly shows. There just seems to be no one that has an answer for them. They have booked their place in the semi-finals. Join me next time around to see whether It will be the Frontier or the Buffet Club joining them in the semi-finals of the Dubai Desert Classic.